What is going on, Pokemon friends and Pokemon fans? Welcome back to Open TCGs. And today we're going to be doing a different kind of video here, slash opening up a Bewear GX box. But before I go any further, let me let you know that I know my voice does not probably sound right. And yeah, it is due to a condition I have right now going on. And I'm due to have surgery in a couple of days to fix the problem. And so I apologize if I sound really bad on the microphone right now, and if it's hard for you guys to understand. I'm trying very hard here to make videos before I do have this procedure, so you guys won't notice the break. But I'm bulk recording big time here, and I just wanted to make sure I'm making all these videos ahead of time. And while I'm talking to you guys about this, let me just let you know that the winners for the code cards on yesterday's videos are going to be down in the description box below. If your name happens to be in the description box below down there, all the links are down there as well for my social media accounts. Send me a message in there, as well as YouTube, and I will be giving your code cards. Don't ask me for your code cards in the comment section below, because I'm not gonna be able to give them to you that way. Because if I do type them in there, people will take them away from you. So send me a private message in any of my social media accounts, and then we'll give you your code cards. Okay? Now, today what we're going to be doing is a Q&A sort of session here while we're opening up this Bewear GX box. And the way it's going to work is I'm going to be opening this up, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to be opening this up as we speak. There's no need for me to go over the Bewear GX box contents. I've done many of these in the past couple of weeks that I got from my clearance sale from GameStop. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the number of packs that comes in whatever box we're going to be opening. And we're going to be talking about a Q&A session as well as in Bewear G... Oh, well, today will be a Bewear GX. But it'll be a Q&A session, and we'll be opening up something for the day. Now let me get this GX promo out of here. Hold on a second. I don't want to damage it because I want to give it away to somebody. There we go. And basically that's what the Bewear GX promo looks like right there, as well as a oversized promo card right here. So there's a little bit of a size comparison for you. Alright. So let's go ahead and put this in the background here so we can... There you go. Appreciate it. And let me get a perfect fit sleeve for this. So I'm going to be answering a question for every pack that I open up, and that's basically what I'm going to be doing from now on. And then today's question of the day is, what do you guys think about Bewear? Do you like it? Do you not like it? It's been in every single set so far in the Sun and Moon series, and I think we need a break. I think in Ultra Prism we're not getting a Bewear reprint again. So let me know what you guys think about Bewear down in the comment section below, and I'll be picking up 3 winners for tomorrow's question of the day for tomorrow's giveaway. So we have 4 packs here total, 2 Guardians Rising and Evolutions. Oops. Dropping stuff here. Steam Siege is a 4th pack. And then I do have a code card here, which I'm going to give to you guys. Thank you focus. There we go. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate that. You guys are the best. Alright, so here you go. So basically what we're going to do is get rid of all this trash here. And I'm going to be talking about things that have come up in the past. People that comment in the videos and ask questions. And for those of you who have any questions at all, please leave them down below. I'll be more than happy to cover them. As I said, I'm going to be doing this kind of series now, giving some information as well as opening up some packs. So, Steam Siege here to begin with. Let me give you guys a better look here at the camera. There we go. Perfect angle. So, Steam Siege. Let's open this up. So, people have been asking me throughout the time, and I just haven't been able to answer these questions before. And so people have asked me before, how do I take care of my cards? Well, it's actually not a very hard thing to do. For the most part, people are already 100% with it. But there could be some new players, some new people who are joining the game, perhaps some younger kids, or even some parents who are helping out their kids to keep their collection. I personally think that every Ultra Rare, obviously, maybe not every Holo Rare, as far as, I'm concerned, if I already have a collection with a full master set, or even a non-master set, but even if I do want to collect a set, when it comes to reverse holos and holos, as long as I have all the holos in my collection and my reverse holos, I don't really usually sleeve them after. So in other words, if I already have, let's say, a Bewear GX, let's not use as an example because I do sleeve all my ultra rares. But let's say I have a Hunch Crow. I have a Hunch Crow reverse holo. So if I already have the Hunch Crow reverse holo in my collection, I tend not to sleeve the other ones just because I do sell the cards for bulk. And that's usually what a lot of people would do. So for instance, here we have a Fletchinder. This Fletchinder is a reverse holo, and it's only an uncommon. But if I already have this in my master set, I don't really re-sleeve the other ones. I don't do that all the time. And you guys have probably noticed it by now. So what I usually do is, when I'm collecting a set, I use the Perfect Fit KMC brand. Okay, I've always used these sleeves. I've never had a problem with them. I have very old cards in old binders that I've had for a long time that I've put these in ever since I don't even know when they came out. But I've had them for many years, and I've never had a problem with any of them sticking to the card. They're acid-free, PVC-free, so there's really no problem with you putting these sleeves in a card. So usually the way it works is, and let me show you how exactly I do this. I have here one of them, okay? And let's just say I want to double sleeve these, okay? Now, there's two options you can do. You can single sleeve, which you can use one of these Perfect Fits, like I said. And the way it works is, obviously, I usually go from the top to the bottom. I see a lot of people going from the bottom up. And here is what I'm going to explain about the sleeves, okay? And you can actually use this for any other trading card game. It doesn't have to be for Pokemon. It could be any other game, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, any other stuff that you guys play with. So I usually go from the top to the bottom. And then what I usually do, as you guys can see here, I do use some Ultra Pros. I don't really use, if I'm double sleeving a collection for my own personal collection, I usually don't use anything expensive. What I do use expensive sleeves for is Dragon Shields, and I will have a box here to show you guys probably in the next video. I can't find one right now, but I do use the Dragon Shield sleeves from when I'm making a competitive deck. So if it's going to be something that I'm going to be playing when my League Night is on, I do usually protect those cards with better sleeves. But if I'm just going to use the sleeves to protect my cards in the collection, I usually put the sleeve, so you all know I already put the sleeve from the top to the bottom. And here's the opening from the sleeve itself, and I usually go from the bottom up. Now, depending on which sleeves you do get, sometimes some Ultra Pros are... Alright guys, I apologize. For some reason the video cut out there because I ran out of memory, so I had to go back and clear up some memory and now re-recording this again. As I was saying before, I usually do the one sleeve, and I usually go from the bottom to the top, and then I grab my other sleeve. It could be something cheap, it doesn't have to be super expensive, and I usually do is I go from the bottom up, okay? Now, why do I do this? And a lot of people question that. It's because when you are actually looking at your collection, and let's say for some reason you have your binder wide open, if for some reason you're at a local game store or even at your own home and organizing things, let's say you have a drink next to you and it spills onto the binder. Well, this is going to prevent from the card getting wet, okay? And is also going to prevent from the card getting really bad dust lines. And if it's in the binder for a long time, you may get some dust residue buildup around the card on top of the edge. So yes, you can single sleeve it if you want to save some money, but in the long run, if you really care about your cards, I'm going to advise you to double sleeve them. Try to stick to anything that's a perfect fit. I know Ultimate Guard has also some perfect fit kind of sleeves. Try to stick with those brands just because they do actually fit the card very snug, which is really what you want to do in case, again, you have any problems with, flooding. I don't know if you keep your cards in the basement. I don't. But if you ever were to keep them in a, kind of like a humid place, this will keep the humidity from entering the card. So that's one question right there. This is how I treat my cards. Again, it's up to you. I'm just giving you what I think is the best thing to do to keep your cards in really good condition. So If sometimes for some reason you have a little bit of a hard time sleeving a card, and I'll show you, hopefully we'll run into one of those situations today. I'll let you know what to do, because sometimes if you double sleeve, you may have to do something, which again I'm hoping I'll show you today. But that was question number 1 for the first pack. Question number 2, as we're opening this up here, do I play the game competitive? So I do play, I don't want to say competitive. I mean, I'm not really a grinder per se. I do play once a week in my local game store. We do have a league of Pokemon, and I do have quite a few decks built. I'm probably going to go over those in a future video. But I try to stick around with the, well, first of all, I do play standard, and that's all I play. I don't really play expanded or anything else format-wise, just because standard is fun for me. I've always done that, and it's easier for me to play. So yes, I do play somewhat competitive. I've never really been to any major events that I can recall, but I would like to eventually, hopefully, start going to some events when it comes to competitive stuff. I know the area that I live in doesn't really get much attention when it comes to that, so hopefully in the near future they'll start bringing stuff over towards the east coast, and then northeast, that is, and hopefully I can attend some of those events. So I do play, like I said, on a weekly basis. I do play my local game store, and I do play almost every other day on the PTCGO. So if you guys want to go ahead and join me there for a couple of games, the username is RTFD. So R as in Roger, T as in Tom, F as in Frank, and then D as in David, and the number's 346. Just send me a request, and I'll be more than happy to accept you. Okay? Number 3 question for the day, opening up the Lycanroc booster pack here. So let's see what happens. I'm going to give you a code card, don't you worry. So basically, the third question, is do I have a full master set of each set that has come out? And the answer is I don't. And here's the reason why. For the most part, actually, I should say the sets are completely finished, except for the secret rare, the hyper rares. Those are very expensive cards right now. And what I usually do, I should say, and I started doing this with X and Y. I started collecting back in Roaring Skies when they first came out. And then what I started to do was I started to wait for some of those cards to die in price. And that is probably the best way for you to get a collection going. If you first go out there and you want to just get the collection done right away, do understand and realize that you will spend a lot of money putting this set together. Just because nowadays we have 3 cards for every ultra rare. So we have a normal GX looking, just like in the back. We do have other ones, and let me give you guys a quick look here. I opened this box earlier, a couple of days ago. So we do have regular cards such as this EX or the GX Tapu Koko, and then we have a full art version of it, which looks amazing and happens to be my favorite card to collect. And you do nowadays in this Sun and Moon series have a hyper rare or a rainbow rare, as well as a secret rare gold border card. So those cards are going to be super expensive, especially when they first come out with the sets. So if you are planning to eventually get a master set of some sort from any set, do wait a little bit, and that's my recommendation. Wait a little bit. Don't jump on it right away. The cards do actually go down in value after a couple of weeks after sets being released, and especially if any competitive events come out. And some of these cards are make it up to usually the top 10 final cards get lots of demand, I should want to say, and so they do become expensive. So wait for things to stabilize, the market to get a little flooded with the product, and then go out there and buy your cards for your master sets. But yes, I do have several sets that I have in my collection, and I think one of them is complete at this point. I think is the evolution set. I think I'm missing a card out of it. But the other ones, starting like Sun and Moon series up to where we are in Crimson Invasion now, they're missing some cards, which is again the hyper rares and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I do. Okay, so that's number 3 and number 4 pack here, which I'm gonna give you guys a code card for today's opening. It looks like this Bewear box is not giving us anything good, which is kind of sad because every other Bewear GX box I've opened up in the channel so far has been great, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, Dark Energy aside again, we got 2 packs of 2 Dark Energies, which is kind of crazy right here. 2 Guardians Rising packs. And here is the 4th question of the video. Is it worth buying Pokemon product to build a deck? That somebody asked that a couple of days ago. And the answer is not really. So, and what I mean by that is, if you're going to go out and buy a booster box to build the deck, you're going to be wasting your money, because you're not guaranteed to get any of the cards that you want out of a booster box. You're almost guaranteed a certain amount of of cards out of a booster box, but sometimes that could vary, especially with new sets, just like from Innovation. Some people are getting like no hits in the box. Some people are getting maybe 1 or 2, and in my case, I've been lucky where I've gotten 6 and 7 pulls out of a box. And so to build a deck with a booster box or pulling stuff out of a booster box is not a very good idea. It's not a wise idea to do that. If you just want to crack open a booster box just to kind of have cards and to see what your luck is about, maybe you're looking for a specific full art, hyper rare, secret rare, gold border, even there I would say no. But if you just want to have fun and just open up a couple booster boxes, or if you're putting a master set together, then maybe you can do that. But the best way to build a deck is to go to your local game store, or even if you don't have a local game store around you, order your cards online. And the reason why I always push local game stores is because that's where you're going to go play. For the most part, anywhere in the U.S. right now, unless you live in, like, I don't know, in Alaska in the middle of the woods, you're not going to have a local game store. But for the most part, in the U.S., there are a bunch of local game stores where you can buy your cards from, and you can build your decks. It's nice to support your local game stores because, that's where you go play the hobby. That's where you're going to be finding your cards. That's where you're going to be getting your singles. Again, you can buy them online, and you're more than welcome to do that. It's your money. You can do whatever you want. But I do tell you guys to support your local game stores as much as possible. But yeah, so again, buying let's say one of these Bewear GX boxes. If you really want the promo, if you really want the oversized card for your collection, and then you get 4 packs just to kind of get something out of it, try to get them cheaper than what they're going for. Usually MSRP for a GX box or an EX box is usually about $19.99, and that usually has a promo card and 4 booster packs, a pin, a coin, whatever the case may be. Try to do some research and see where you can get it cheaper. If it's online, well, if that's all you can do, then just go ahead and buy it online. I'm just giving you my opinion and what I think is the best way to getting your Pokemon product. But do not expect to get anything good out of the packs, because you're not really guaranteed to get anything out of any box. And that's something we'll cover up in a different video. But I hope I answered the questions that I've been asked so far. If you guys have any other questions as far as, what the game is about, how to play the game, I do plan on doing a series on how to play the game. For those of you who are new or who want to consider getting into the game, or maybe you are a parent who is bringing a kid over to the next pre-release, or just a, guy or gal who wants to go play Pokemon. I will definitely go over the cards and what the mechanics are and stuff like that. So I'm working towards a video like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you have any more questions, please let me know down in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And I will give you a shout out as well for whoever answers or actually asks a question on a certain video. Okay? Well, if you guys liked the video, please give me a like. If you did not, please give me a dislike and let me know how I can make it better for you guys. If you don't like this kind of videos, let me know as well. I'm going to be more than happy to stick to my openings. I left lots of stuff to open up, so it's not a problem when it comes to that. All right? Definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell. And don't forget to go ahead and enter the giveaway I have going on right now for a Mega Powers collection box contents. I'm gonna leave the video down there in the description box below, so you guys can go ahead and watch it. All right, I'll talk to you guys later, and take care of yourselves. You've been listening and watching Open TCGs. I'll see you in the next one.